There's a girl inside my head. We met back when I was dead inside. She lingers on my mind. I don't know if it's love or fate, or another big mistake of mine, but she's always on my mind. Do I get back?
Hey everyone, welcome to Patrick Dugan Music. Today we're going to learn how to play the fingerstyle guitar part from my recent single, Come See Me Again. Here's how it sounds with the guitar part isolated. It goes like this. Cool, and that's it. That guitar part literally runs through the entire song because the chord progression doesn't change between the verse and the chorus. Okay, so let's jump into it. First of all, the chord progression that I'm outlining here is C major, G major, D major, E minor, then a quick kind of stop back on the D for a second, back to a C major, G major, D major. Cool, so if I put those chords with the lyrics, it would sound like this. There's a girl inside my head. We met back when I was dead inside. She lingers on my mind. And it's the same chords during the chorus. I hope and pray that our paths will meet someday. My friend, won't you come and see me again? So that's the general overview. Now let's take a look at this fingerstyle guitar part. So I start off with my index finger on 2nd fret string 4 and my middle finger on 3rd fret string 5. So I'm holding these two fingers over here on my left hand. On my right hand, I have my thumb is resting on string number 5. My thumb's going to be kind of playing strings number 5 and 4 during this first measure. So the thumb is alternating between two strings. Cool. My index finger is on string number 3, and my middle finger is on string number 2, more or less. So the thumb is alternating between strings 4 and 5. Index is controlling string 3, middle's controlling string 2. Now you can see on the tablature that I have the finger picking directions written underneath using the International Fingerstyle notation, which is actually in Spanish because, well, the Spaniards kind of invented it. So P is an abbreviation for pulgar, which is your thumb. I is an abbreviation for indice, which is your index finger. M is an abbreviation for medio, your middle finger. And A is an abbreviation for annular, your ring finger. Okay, so in the notation, P is your thumb, I is your index, M is your middle, and we're not really using our ring finger, but that would be A. So looking at this first measure, my left hand, I have my index finger on 2nd fret string 4, and my middle finger's on 3rd fret string 5. And I'm going to go thumb on string 5, index on string 3, thumb on string 4, middle finger on string 2. Cool, just doing that much for a second. Goes like this. Right, so the left hand hasn't moved yet. It's just the right hand so far. Thumb, index, thumb, middle. Okay, now my left hand, I need to change a note here with my index finger. I'm going to drop this down to string 3, 2nd fret. And I'm actually going to use my middle finger to pluck string 3 here. You could also use your index finger if that feels more comfortable for you. I'm using my middle finger here. And I'm going to pluck that string number 3, and I'm holding the 2nd fret there. Then I'm doing thumb on string 4, and then open string 3. with either your index finger or your middle finger again. Here's how this whole measure goes. Here it is again. It would make the most sense to keep using your index finger on any of the notes that are on string 3, and to use your middle finger on the notes that are on string 2, and to kind of keep it like that. That would probably be the more correct way to play this. So you keep using your index finger there. For whatever reason, when I wrote this song, I fell into the habit of using my middle finger for those last few notes. Right there on string 3, I'm using my middle finger, and then I'm using my middle finger again. Doesn't really matter if you use your middle or your index there, it's going to sound the exact same way. So here's what we have so far on the first measure, nice and slow. One more time. Okay, moving on to measure number 2, we're going to take these two fingers on our left hand and simply lift them up a string each. So now my index finger's on 2nd fret string 5, and my middle finger's on 3rd fret string 6. And this is what I'm using for my G major chord. Cool, now this measure's a little bit easier. The left hand doesn't have to move, and I'm going to go thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb. So my thumb is operating on strings 6 and 5. My index finger staying on string 4. My middle finger staying on string 3. So it goes like this again. Thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb. Here it is without me talking over it. Okay, pausing there for a second, let's put together measures 1 and 2. Going back to measure number 1. 2, ready, go is... Grab the G chord, which is really just these two fingers again, measure 2. Let's try that again. Ready, go, measure 1. Measure 2. Up next, we're going into a D major chord. We just need one finger on our left hand. We're going to hold down the 2nd fret on string 3 with our index finger. On our right hand, we're going to start by doing a pinch on strings 5 and 3 with our thumb and our middle fingers. So I'm going pinch, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb. So again, that's a pinch with my thumb in my middle, pinch, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb. Here's what it sounds like without me talking over it. Here it is one more time. Okay, going into the 4th measure now. I'm going to bar with my index finger on my left hand, 2nd fret on strings 5 and 4. And then I'm going to use my ring finger to hold down the 4th fret on string 3. And this is ends up creating what's kind of like an E5 chord or an E power chord. And we're going to start by pinching strings 6 and 3 with our thumb and our middle fingers. So I'm going to go pinch, index, thumb, middle, thumb. And then I'm going to do open string number 4 with my index. And then I'm going to pinch the very last notes there is open string 5 and 2nd fret string 3. So I'm pinching strings 5 and 3 together there. Here's what this measure sounds like all together without me talking over it. Check that out again. So you might want to use your pinky here or your ring finger. I think I'm actually using my pinky on that. So here it is again. All right, pausing there for a second. Let's put together measures 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to measure number 1. 2, ready, go is. Switch to the G chord. We just need one finger on the D chord. Gonna bar and add my pinky or my ring finger. I think I'm actually using my pinky for that. Cool, we're going on to the second line now, where we start off the exact same way. We start off on the C major 7th chord again, so we just need our index and our middle fingers in the left hand, and it's the same exact picking with the right hand. So thumb, index, thumb, middle, middle, thumb, middle. Remember those last 2 notes there on string number 3, where I'm using my middle finger? You could have used your index finger. We go to the G chord again. It's the exact same thing as before. Thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb. Now the last 2 measures here are a little bit different. We start off with the D chord again. I just have my index finger on 2nd fret string 3. And I'm doing a pinch again, strings 5 and 3 with my middle and my thumb. Now I'm going to add the 4th fret and then back to the 2nd fret. So these 2 measures are part of the same idea, and it's just kind of like a longer time period that we're spending on the D chord, and we're changing this note on string 3 to a 4 and back to a 2. Here's how it goes without me talking over it. One more time on that. Okay, let's see if we can put it all together. We start off on measure number 1, 2, ready, go. Let's do it again, just like that. 2, 3, go. Cool, so this is really kind of a simple guitar part when you get done with it, but what makes a part like this sound particularly good is the fact that we're repeating it over and over again. So the repetition of a part like this starts to become a little bit almost hypnotic as you hear it over and over again, and your ear starts expecting to hear it again and again. So it's that, and then also in the recording, I am just letting this run throughout the entire song, and what I'm doing to contrast that, to keep it from getting too boring or monotonous, is I am using arranging and layering of different instruments on top of that. So I bring in like a string section and a slide guitar, and I have a bunch of different instruments that are sort of coming and going throughout the song to keep it interesting and give it some character. Let's see if we can play it together 4 times in a row, nice and slow. Here we go. 2, 3, go. Three more times. Two more times. One more time. So oftentimes a simple guitar part like that can be really effective if you use it in the right way. Think of a song like Hey There Delilah by the Plain White T's or Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. They're both using a simple guitar part like that to glue the song together. So it can be an incredibly effective tool when done correctly. Let's try playing this one more time and see if we can do it up to speed, and I'll sing some of the lyrics too. Cool? So get ready with that first chord. 1, 2, 3. There's a girl inside my head, we met back when I was dead. Inside, she lingers on my mind. I don't know if it's love or fate, or another big mistake of mine, but she's always on my mind. Right, so see what I mean about a guitar part like that? After you've heard it 3 or 4 times, you want to just keep hearing it over and over again. And it's the repetition of that that makes it so satisfying. Anyways, that's about the size of it. If you're brand new to fingerstyle guitar, try separating the thumb from the index and middle fingers. For example, you might start by just learning what the thumb does. Right, and then you could add in the index and the middle fingers in between. Cool, but go slow with it. Remember that the thumb is alternating between two different strings the whole time. Cool. If you're interested in learning the guitar or you're just starting out, I put together a free quick start guide for you. It contains 12 easy guitar lessons. Just follow the link below and I'll email it to you. Also, I would love to share with you some more of my original music. Feel free to head over to my website and join my community so I can send you my new songs before they're even released. Anyways, hope you enjoyed that lesson. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time.
There's a girl inside my head. We met back when I was dead inside. She lingers on my mind. I don't know if it's love or fate or another big mistake of mine, but she's always on my mind.